Welcome. We're glad to have you back again this week for another great podcast. I have some exciting news, but some of you may be disappointed, but this is our last episode, episode 368. I've been doing this for 7+ years now, and I've truly enjoyed hosting the Small Business Answer Man podcast. And before that, it was named Charge, but it's time to take a break. And there's one of those times you look back, and I was looking at 2024 and what needed to change and what changes should I make in my business going forward. I wanted to share that information I shared in January with you because I thought it was so important for small business owners, and I wanted you to have that information to you. But it's time that I take the next step on my journey. And I'm still going to be doing some business coaching and some speaking and some training, but I decided the Small Business Answer Man podcast needed to kind of go on hiatus. I don't know. It could be forever. It could be for a short amount of time. But for right now, it's time to say episode 368 is it at this point in time. Now, you're going to be able to go back. We're going to keep those podcasts that we've done in the past. Some great guests that I've had. Man, John O'Leary early on my podcast. Zig Ziglar's son, Tom Ziglar on there. I can just think of many people. Just recently, we did a podcast with Quentin Hafner talking about Go Next Level. I'm telling you, we've had some awesome guests and people share some great information to you. So there's a wealth of knowledge in those 7 years of podcasts. So I hope you go back, check those out whenever you want. But I just wanted to say thank you to you, the listener, because it wouldn't have been possible if you didn't listen to this podcast and was part of my journey. And I feel like I've grown in this journey. I'm still not perfect. Don't ever want to be perfect because there's nothing like being perfect. There's only one person that walked this world that was perfect. And I guarantee it's not you and me. So the thing is I'm going to take a step back and decided to really spend some time in some other areas of my business. I really want to spend more time with my mastermind group, really helping them achieve their goals and dreams. Still doing some high performance coaching yet. I've become certified in that. I was recertified again last year. That gives me another 2 years of certification. So if you're looking to go to a high performance level in your area, I've got that. I've started the Entrepreneur's Game Plan. It's a 12-month program that you work with me twice a month that I have available. So I'm going to spend some more time there. And also, I love speaking to audiences. So I talk about positive culture, but really it's the leader inside of you, the person that you need to become. That's what I've tried to share on this podcast. So I hope it's been beneficial to you. Now, before I go, I think you all know me well enough that I like to be able to share some information. And I'd ask every guest on this podcast, I ask them the same question. And that was, what was their best business tip that you would give to the people that's listening? So I'm going to give my best business tip that I'm going to give you. Become a lifelong learner. You learn, you live, and then you learn again. I think that's been my secret of my success in business is that I'm not satisfied with just knowing enough. I'm always willing to move myself forward. And that's what I want for you, the listener. What do you need this year to move yourself forward, to progress not only in your business, but also in your life? I found out life goes really fast. I'm going to be 58 years old this year. And I've seen it go by so quickly. But the thing that I've realized is we make each moment count by what we do. Are we just living in the moment? Or are we creating the moment? I want you to create the moments that you want in your life. If you're wanting to get out of the day to day rut, if that business owns you, then you've got to do something different. Maybe hire a coach. Yeah, it can be me, but there's other coaches out there too. But what do you need in your life to become better? Maybe you need some therapy. Maybe you need a counselor. I don't know what it is, but determine what you need and then go after what you want to create. And then the second tip I would give you is create goals. Goals allow us to align what we want. It allows us to give us that compass of where we're heading in life and where we want to go. So thank you so much for being a loyal listener of the Small Business Answer Man podcast. Hard to believe after 7 years, we're going to close out the podcast, but it's been made possible because of you, the listener. I can't thank you enough for joining us each week, listening to different people. I know you're going to miss me. I'm going to miss you too. But please check out our website at goascend.biz. Also, remember, I have that business assessment. We'll have that in the show notes too. That if you're interested in taking that business assessment, I'll offer you that free 1 hour discovery session. But what do you need this year to make your business better? I want you to ask that question and then answer it for yourself. If I can help you along the way, get you the right resource, get you the right tool, go back in time and look at a podcast that could help you, I'll be more than glad to do that. Because my goal is not just to make money on people. My goal is to help people find what they want in their life and create that significance. I think success is great, but success is short term. It's about creating the significance you want in your life. So go out, ascend to your mountain, and get to the top of where you want to go. But don't go there alone. How many people are you going to bring along with you? And my hope is what I've done is there's more people on my mountaintop with me as I've gone along. So thanks for joining me. It's been a great time doing the podcast, 368 episodes, over 7 years of podcasts that we've done. And I can't thank you enough for joining us. As I sign off one last time, make it a great day. Thanks for joining me.